Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Let's Play Jagged 2. I have been out for some time due to different circumstances, but now I'm back, and hopefully better than ever. Yeah. So let's get into the game. I skipped the inventory management of the last sector I cleared, just because I really didn't want to start off with inventory management.
What's this?
Oh,
Hey there! Don't recall I've ever met you before. Matt Duncan, head
to
miner.
start off with some cool
Looks
voice
like my
acting.
mind falls on your side of the fence now. Can't say I'm unhappy about that. Be more than a pleasure to hand over every last dime I can squeeze out of that hole. If it'll help put the queen in her grave. I'll see how many of the workers are willing to join me. Convincing them won't be easy, of course. Alma's a military town. The townspeople have earned their livelihood off the academy for years. Don't get me wrong, they hate the army. They'd love to see them wiped out. But they're terrified, and it ain't because a stranger comes down here that they're gonna forget where they live. You have to convince them with your actions that you're serious. Once they're confident, they'll back you. Understand, however, that if the mine falls back into the Queen's hands, they'll go back to work for her. There is something you can do to rally the workers and make me your friend for life at the same time. You can get my brother's ass the hell out of that prison in Tixa. He has no business being there. The army killed his kid right in front of him, then raped his wife. All because he missed a meeting or something. Greg's doing time in that hellhole for nothing. He's quite popular with the guys around here. They call him Dynamo. You get him out, you'll be giving them a sign that you can pretty much do anything. Be a real boost to this town. Not to mention me, personally. I hope you ain't getting a bad feeling about Aruko. I mean, when it's all over, you might want to consider a vacation here. It's nice.
Yeah, that's why I put a little puffer in front of the video, so I can actually talk a little in the beginning. Yeah. But it's a good thing to start off with the brother of Dynamo. They're asking us to help him, and already telling us that the mine will now help us get more money. And I'm still really curious on, or I don't think I really talked about it before, but I'm pretty curious about how they actually did all the
I'm on it.
portraits
You
Yes,
got my ear.
of the
I
I'm
hear
on
you.
it.
mercenaries.
You got my ear.
Yes.
I mean, it somehow looks like a photo which was
You
a
got
little
my
bit
ear.
animated or something.
Yes.
Like drawn after some real photos, and then
Hold tight. This thing's rigged to blow.
you know the
Hold tight.
mouth
This
movement
thing's
and
rigged to
stuff
blow.
almost
I hear ya.
looks a
You got my
little bit
ear.
like South Park, not in a bad way, but I think it's in some ways sort of the same technique of just not really animating it, but just moving some parts of the face.
Flippin' A.
Yeah, I really wonder how they do it, because
Flippin'
it's like
A!
pretty outstanding graphics for all the portraits of the mercenaries. And yeah, many modern adaptations of Jagged Alliance are not even close to that looks, which is really sad because this game is so old. Of course, people always say the original Jagged Alliance 2 had a pretty big budget. But well, big budgets don't necessarily mean you have a good game. I think there are more than enough examples for that. Well, and now I'm actually doing a little bit inventory management-ish stuff. I just check my mail. Yeah, from what I understand, it seems to have established a foothold in my county. It is a start. A commendable one, considering who you are up against and how long she has had to fortify her position. Yours truly, Enrico Chivalry. Yeah, the game also creates a great flair with all the text and messages. Just that your menu is actually a laptop where you have to go to the websites of like AIM in this case, or Bobby Race, or even maybe sometimes MERC. And now I'm looking to get 2 decent low-cost mercenaries. I actually had a run where I hired Trevor, who is a pretty expensive mechanic, but he's the best in the game. So I really wanted him, but I realized when I was marching with my only 4 mercenary-sized squad into the enemy that I'm completely chanceless. Especially because Trevor's not really a great marksman, he's an okay marksman. But he has the same stats in marksmanship like many guys who are much cheaper. I think he has 81, so Melise is much cheaper and actually got 83. And I think I will end up hiring Melise just because he also has some great additional stats to his marksmanship. And as I said, right now I'm much more looking for active fighting soldiers, so they need to have good marksmanship, good health, maybe even good agility. Strength is also nice to have. So, yeah. Melise and steroids will be my choice here.
This is Steroid Gontarski speaking. How long you want me?
Yeah,
It is an
and I wanna get
agreement.
steroids equipment just because of the locksmith kit. I don't think I have one yet. And I won't get Melise equipment because I really don't need a Beretta or a flak jacket.
How much underwear I need?
Or even a knife.
I be that man for the job, eh? You...
So... Okay, change the position. And unfortunately I cannot prolong Shadow's contract. I don't think I will try here, but I've tried before when I played and it never worked, even if I'm asking right now after taking armor. And I won't load before taking armor just to keep Shadow. And this is pretty disappointing in some way because
I'm learning.
I took my hike. What now?
I only will have 2 paid mercenaries. All the other ones are free for me. They are rebels. Oh no, they are not really free. It's okay. I didn't count in all this MERC crap I also have. So they are not really free. They cost a little per day. But my balance is pretty low, even though I was proud before that I was so well equipped and stuff. I don't really have the money to buy the mercenaries to carry all the equipment that I found. That's the main reason why I decided now to buy 2 cheap ones.
Another job taken care of.
I'm finished here.
Just to have a little better cash flow management, so to say.
There are enemy forces present in this sector.
And in one of my previous recordings I also tried to fight these fights instead of retreating, with my 1 or 2 mercenaries. And these are always very, very, let's not say boring, but very
I'm on
long
location,
fights, just
ready for the
because
next
you have
scene.
10 to 15 enemies and then 20 militia moving, and then you have 1 mercenary which has 1 move, and then you will press turn, and then again you have 15 enemies and 20 militia moving. Also, you are pretty likely to see many enemies, because the militia, you will share the vision with the militia. And when you can see the enemy, it will always take a little bit longer for him to make his action, just because you will get the full
Finished here.
animation of it.
I need something to do.
And maybe one excuse for
That's
me for having
measurable progress.
so low
It's a start anyway. Anything else?
so few money? So low money? No. How do you say? I don't have much money because
I make
I'm
progress, no?
training militia like crazy. That's, I would say, one of the big reasons. Of course, it's also because I bought Shadow in the beginning. And I only
I'm finished here.
bought him for 1 week. So I could have bought some other mercenaries maybe for 2 weeks. But I'm even though Shadow didn't do much in the fights most of the time, it's always nice to have somebody as solid as him in your team.
Finished here. I need something to
It's
do.
just much
I'm
easier
learning.
to plan the tactics on your fight if you have somebody you can rely on.
J'ai mérité ça.
Another job taken care of.
Also,
C'est fini, là.
I'm all
I'm
done.
not really in the position where I desperately need specialists, so heavy weapons and mechanics in particular. I will have a rather mediocre mechanic, I think, with Dynamo when I free him. I also have I have Steroid and Dimitri, so I have some mechanics, but they are not really decent at opening doors, at least not the hard ones where the really good stuff is hidden. Most of the times there are other ways to open doors, like with explosives or just shooting at
Is
it
there
or
something
stuff.
else for me to do?
And I don't have actually heavy weapons yet. I don't have any mortar, I don't have no rocket launchers.
Contract's almost up.
I
in case
don't
it
even
slipped
have
your
a
mind.
granite launcher. So there's absolutely no need for me to buy a heavy weapon specialist like Ivan.
Contract's almost up. In
But
case it slipped your
Ivan
mind.
will definitely join me at some point. And I also hope Shadow will be available in the future again. So I can have a dream team in the end. Yeah, I got some money back from the health insurance on Shadow.
The enemy is
the
present.
enemy is present. Yeah, and I retreat mercs again. Just make this quick. I've very recently watched
Okay,
a,
I'm there.
a recording
Here.
of somebody else, a video on YouTube of somebody else who made a voice record of all the hiring audios of Jagged Alliance 1. And I never
I'm all
played
done.
Jagged Alliance 1, to be honest. Just because already when I saw the screenshots it looked so much worse than the second.
I'm on it.
And I
Got where I needed to be.
never see
What's on the
people
agenda?
argue that the first part was really better than the second. Many people said that the first was already a very good game, but it just looked so bad. But the voices and
Okay,
even
I'm
the
ready.
portrait animations were already pretty crystal in the first installment of the Jagged series. Yeah, it was really fun to watch. Very few. I expected much more mercenaries that I also saw in part 2, but it was really great. And also I saw there is a mechanic that most of the experienced mercenaries are not available in the beginning, just because they will refuse to join you until you get some some fame. That's the exact word I was searching for. You need fame to impress the mercenaries, so they will join you. They won't join any greenhorn, so to say. Yeah, and let's get back to my game here. Let's not talk about other
We have
videos all the
company.
time.
Adriana's men are
Why I'm
around.
doing this here. Okay, this is again a case where I will retreat. I thought about maybe doing this because I had 3 well-equipped mercenaries, but I didn't know where they are standing, if they're maybe very exposed. I just didn't want to go for it. You also cannot save in this instant. If this red screen comes up, you are not able to save, which is really very annoying. But yeah, I lost many militia in this fight, which is unfortunate. But I won't care much. My goal was to train every sector to green, and then move on
I
to
made it.
Pixel.
Let's do something already.
Because I will have some of the MERC guys come down after they are finished with the militia and Dresden, and let them continue training militia in Alma, so I don't have to waste my A-team on training militia, and I can go and fight some enemies. As we discussed before, the enemy is progressing, so the more time I take conquering the cities and the sectors, the stronger the enemy will be. And I've played plenty times where in the end there was only rocket guns on them. Not only rocket guns, but many rocket guns. And that's really annoying, because you always have to have the initiation, or else they will shoot you with like 50 damage.
I there. What I do?
And that's not acceptable in so many ways. And on the other hand, I don't like to use the rocket guns myself, because I think Mercs already agreed on this, because they're just like very heavy, and the ammunition takes many slots, and it's also very
Is
rare,
good.
so you might run out
I
of
there.
ammunition
What
very
I do?
fast, and yeah. Also, I did see that Mercs didn't put up any videos recently.
Si finito.
I hope I didn't inspire him to take a break by taking a break myself. I mean, I have 3 followers and very few clicks on my videos, and Mercs
D'accord.
actually got a few thousands on some videos and
I got there.
over 100 followers, so I would be really disappointed if in any way I encouraged him to let these people down for a while. But I have to admit I'm also not a frequent watcher of Mergus videos, just because Jagged Alliance is a game I really enjoy playing. I'm not so much enjoying watching it. I enjoy a bunch of other games or watching a bunch of other games, but Jagged Alliance 2 is not one of them, to be honest, because I kind of wanna do things my own way when I play it, and yeah, I don't know. It's just not a game for me to watch. But yeah, let's get back to it. So I'm equipping my new mercenaries. I have plenty of good guns left, at least the ones Shadow left, and right now I'm looking at the special abilities of both, and they're really devastating. It's okay, Steroid is electronics and lockpicking, which is not bad. Lockpicking is a good skill to have, but in all honesty, I somehow hope that maybe Steroid would be also a heavy weapon specialist. I mean, lockpicking is good, but melee is much worse. Melee is a hand-to-hand combat and knifing specialist, which are single-handedly the two most unuseful skills in this game. They just are. Knifing and boxing, I just do it for fun, and maybe the only advantage of it is that it's a good source of leveling. If you have the opportunity to knuckle down or knife down somebody, you should go for it. Because fighting with your bare hands actually gives you the possibility to level up strength, I think also dexterity, and I'm not sure, maybe one thing in addition, maybe also agility, but I'm not sure about that. Definitely strength and dexterity. Knifing will also increase your dexterity if you are able to do it in a fight. And it's pretty likely the level increase. It's not like marksmanship. It's if you are beating up somebody with your bare hands, like from when he has good health and you have the opportunity to beat him down on the ground for maybe 2 or 3 rounds, then you will definitely have an improved skill in strength or in dexterity, definitely. But yeah, that's the only upside on doing this, and yeah, in many scenarios, knifing and hand-to-hand combat are just unrealistic scenarios, which is real. So in this way, I think the game is very real, because you maybe know the old saying, never bring a knife to a gunfight.
Okay.
And this is also true in Jagged Alliance. So yeah, we are getting close to the end of the video. I will just try this quick. And the fight will be in the next video.
Must sleep. Eyes closed.
I will try to capture
Oh, falling asleep on my
Tixa.
feet.
and it will be a daylight operation.
Anything else?
I don't like the daylight, I like the night. I like to have my full team. Why am I loading? I think I'm... okay, I did nothing with my squad. I was just doing nothing for hours. I think that's why I loaded, because I wanted them to get some sleep. Okay.
Anything
Yeah, I
else?
like to have a team with night vision goggles and UV goggles, and maybe even somebody who's skilled in night operations,
Another
like
job taken care of.
Raven, or in this case my own mercenary is also a night ops specialist, which is very nice. I really prefer to play these scenarios. I think you can be much more aggressive at night, especially because you can have this vision advantage. But the timing will be so bad because all of my mercenaries will be fit at pretty much
Agreed.
like 13 or 14 o'clock, and I don't want to wait 5 hours doing nothing just to be
That malice person makes my skin crawl.
operating at night, and I should have maybe checked the relations
I
tree
took
just
my
to see that
hike. What
Melise
now?
and Ira don't get along. Maybe I wouldn't have bought Melise, but maybe I even would have. Melise has great stats. Yeah, and MRC wants me to pay. Like I said, I tend to forget that I don't even have the scrubs in my team.
Welcome to Merc. We are committed to offering you quality, affordable, and highly trained freelance mercenaries. We are the new choice for discerning teams. It's our new motto. I thought I would give it a once-over to you, seeing as you are familiar with our operation. I'm quite partial toward it. By the way, I hope you have thought to review your electronic mail.
I hate
forwarded
this
you
guy
a
so
notice
much.
concerning an outstanding balance you have with Merc.
Which is of course intended, I think, by the people who made this game. And they did a brilliant job in just creating
You have my
somebody that
greatest
you just
appreciation
want
for
to
your payment.
punch in the face
Thank
so
you.
much. So, yeah. I think... no, we still got 1 minute left. What am I doing in this minute? Maybe I will do the last few meters to the sector, make a last check of all my equipment. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you will join me when I fight for Tixer in the next video. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it so far. Goodbye.
Agreed.